Hi friends, welcome back to my kitchen. Welcome if you're new. I'm Cheryl, this is Too Full of Joy. And friends, I've got another fun clearance haul for you guys. I went to Fred Meyer this morning to grab things to make a batch of dog food and needed some milk. You know, we don't drink milk, but I have a recipe I'm making today and I need to have milk for that. So I decided to check things out, see what I could find, and I found some incredible things. I'm gonna flip you guys around and let you see what we got, and then we're gonna head into the kitchen and make something fun. All right, friends, so I went through just to get the things for dog food, which is the mixed veggies, the sweet potatoes, the butternut squash, and some ground turkey, and I happened to find some on clearance. So I grabbed those three things and the milk. And the other things that I paid full price for was the butter, which was on sale for $2.49 a pound, which is a fantastic deal. I probably should go back and get some more of this so I can put it in my freezer for holiday baking, which is coming up, which you guys have already heard. I've got a holiday series coming out fairly soon, so I need to get some more butter, I think, to do that. So I think I will go back and get some more of that. Also, their Tillamook cheese, the 2-pound blocks are on sale for $6.99, and so, you know, I love grating my own cheese. So I grabbed a cheddar and a pepper jack. That's what I use most of all. I grabbed a couple cans of bean and bacon soup. I like to have those on hand when I get really busy filming videos and editing and all the things. Sometimes I just need something really quick to eat, and so I love those. So I grabbed 2 of those just to have on hand. They had this oatmeal. This is a strawberry peach. It was on clearance for $2.54, so I grabbed one of those just to try for maybe a quick breakfast or something. They had a couple of the Dolly Parton cake mixes, a chocolate and a yellow. Let's see, the yellow was $1.20 and the chocolate was $1.16. They had a bunch of these beef with mixed veggies on clearance for $1.57. So I grabbed 4 of those for my husband to take for his lunch if he wants them. There's the ground turkey that I got for the batch of dog food. I also found these Barclay's bag beef recipe bowl. It's a premium freeze-dried. They say it's a dog food. I will just use that as treats for my dogs. We give them treats every now and then. So then I also got some produce that was on clearance. I got a thing of apples for $1. These 3 bags of bell peppers were $1 a bag. So I grabbed those. We're gonna get those chopped up and put in our freezer to have for future recipes. Grabbed some bananas. These were pretty inexpensive. I think one batch was 82 cents and one batch was 62 cents. They had these little Jell-O pudding things. I think these are the Girl Scout cookie ones, if I'm not mistaken. They don't expire till the 24th, but there's 2 in each one of those. I grabbed those for my husband for his lunch. He likes to have a little something sweet sometimes. I love this shaved beef steak, or beef shaved steak. This is so incredible. It's normally $6. They had it on clearance for $3.74, so I grabbed the only one they had. I also love these taco kits. This one was on clearance for $2.21, and this comes with, this is the kit, so you've got your, let's see, so we've got 10 stand-in stuff, taco shells, taco sauce, and seasoning mix already ready to go. So I love getting those when I can find those because they make a really quick, easy dinner with my already frozen taco meat that I do. They had a bunch of these cashews for 42 cents a piece. So I grabbed 4 of those, and I grabbed another one of these chomps, beef sticks. My husband likes those, and they only had 1 left. So I grabbed one of those for him. All right, so that is our quick little grocery haul. As you can see, I did get some fun stuff for clearance, and I'm gonna get all this stuff put away, except for the turkey and the veggies back there, because I need to get that dog food on the stove. But we're gonna head in the kitchen. We are gonna make a fun recipe today. I promised the kids at midweek, where my best friend Shelly, she's the children's director at our church. I promised the kids upstairs tonight that I would make them a special treat. So I'm gonna do that right now. Bring you guys in the kitchen with me. Let's go make that after we get these things put away. All right, friends, we're back in the kitchen and we've got a fun recipe today. Super excited about this. The kids tonight at church are gonna be so excited to have these. So I pulled out my silicone donut pans. If you don't have these, I'll leave a link in the description box for these. These are so fun. You can make donuts with funfetti cake mix. The kids love these. Do some just simple glaze on them, like a powdered sugar glaze with some fun sprinkles. The kids go nuts over these, but we're making some apple cider donuts. I love apple cider donuts this time of year, but I'm not gonna fry them. I don't wanna have to dig out the oil and do all the things. So we're just gonna use our muffin silicone pans. We're gonna make some, or not muffin, but our donut silicone pans, and we're gonna make some baked apple cider donuts. I'm excited about this recipe. It's super simple, super quick. I got my dog food started back there on the stove. Dogs have got to have food tonight, so I had to get that going first. But let's get these put together. Super quick, super easy, and they're gonna go together fast. I'm gonna pipe them into the donut pans using a pastry bag and just my round tip. It's just an open tip here at the end. Just gonna make it easy to be more precise getting in there than trying to use a scoop or a spoon or something like that. So we're just gonna make these super quick, super easy. Get them in the oven because I still have things I need to get done before I head out to church. All right, so we're gonna start off with our sugar. We got a half a cup of granulated sugar, a half a cup of brown sugar. We've got 1 egg. And I think it's gonna take all of, I don't like it when you buy eggs and there's that little thing in the egg. It just, do you see that? It drives me crazy. I don't know what it is, but every time I buy a really good quality egg, I get one of those in there. We need a little bit of vanilla. I'm gonna have to make some or buy some because that's all I've got left. All right, we need a whisk so we can whisk these together really quick. We've also got 3 tablespoons of melted butter. I'm gonna put that in here. As I said, I love how easy these are to make, how quick they go together. I used to make apple cider donuts, the fried kind, with my grandmother every year on Halloween. We did not celebrate Halloween in our family. We always had things that we went to at church, harvest festivals, those kinds of things, but we never celebrated Halloween. And so my grandmother always tried to make Halloween special. And a lot of times I would opt to spending, oven's ready, I would opt to spending the evening with my grandmother and making apple cider donuts together, then going to the festivals and stuff at church. I just loved spending time with my grandmother, and I loved being in the kitchen with her, and I loved that special memory of making these delicious apple cider donuts with her. It was super, super fun. All right, we're gonna get the rest of this mixed up. That was a half a cup of milk that we added to our sugar, egg, vanilla, and melted butter. All right, we're gonna move on and do our dry. This is 1 3/4 of a cup of flour. I had to think. We need 1 teaspoon of baking powder, a half a teaspoon of baking soda. And if I had time and was really feeling up to doing extra, I would have really finely chopped up some apples to put inside these, but I don't have time to do that today. But if you have time, that makes these over the top. It makes them super, super good. So the recipe calls for cinnamon, nutmeg, cardamom, something else. I'm just gonna use apple pie spice because that has all of those spices in it. So I'm gonna do about 1.5 teaspoons total in here for our spices. And I'm also gonna use this with our cinnamon and sugar because our cinnamon and sugar mixture also calls for that same cardamom and nutmeg and cinnamon. And I just like the apple pie spice. I love putting that in there in exchange for a recipe that calls for those spices together. I just love that mixture. So I think we got everything in here now. We're gonna go ahead and add our wet. And I am going to use this spatula because I don't want to lose any of the sugar that's in here. So after these come out of the oven, we're gonna pop them out of our donut molds. And we are gonna roll those right in the sugar and spice mixed. So I've got a spatula and I'm just gonna mix all this together. We've got one more ingredient that's going to make these apple cider donuts. And I'm sure you guessed it, it's apple cider. So I took 1.5 cups of apple cider and put it on the stove, and I reduced it down to 1/3 cup. So it really concentrated the flavor. That's what's gonna give these that delicious apple cider flavor in these. This recipe makes 16 donuts. It's going to be enough for the kids at church tonight, but if you're cooking for a bigger crowd, these are amazing donuts. And I would I would definitely do quite a bit of extra myself. I would make a lot more of these. I would probably double or triple these donuts just because they are so tasty. To me, these are the closest flavor that I can get to the fried donuts like my grandmother used to make. So we're just mixing this until we get everything combined, making sure to scrape the bottom of our bowl. All right. Didn't need the last of that little bit of apple cider because our batter is just exactly perfect. I've got my donut molds on a sheet pan just to make it easy to get out, and I'm going to be kind to myself and I am going to spray these because I want to make sure I get these donuts out of the pan. Typically everything comes right out of these silicone pans, pretty easy, but I just want to make sure because I don't have time to go back and make another batch of these today. And I'm using an old baker's trick of putting my pastry bag in a glass and rolling my top down. That helps kind of have it stand open, makes it a little bit easier to get your, whether it's your frosting or whatever it is that you're putting in your pastry bag, standing it up in a glass makes it so much easier to deal with. And I don't want to overfill my bag because I want to be able to control this a little bit. I can see that it's already starting to come out, so I want to be really careful. So I'm going to go 2 times around. But I'm telling you, friends, doing this in a pastry bag or even a Ziploc bag is so much easier than trying to spoon this. Right here, just because I think I can fill up these 2 right here. So we got 12, 13, we got 15. The recipe said 16. I think we're good. I'm gonna call it good at the 15. 50 oven, and they're gonna bake for about 10 minutes. Friends, I can smell our donuts. They are just about done. And I realized, you guys are probably going, hello, watching me, but the last pan that I put on that tray, when I realized I didn't have enough, I didn't spray those. But I think it'll be fine. I think it's gonna be okay. I'm not worried about it. We need to mix up our cinnamon sugar mixture. I melted a 1/2 cup of butter because these donuts are gonna go in that butter. They're gonna go in the cinnamon and sugar, and then they're gonna go sit and dry out, and they're gonna be delicious tonight to bring to the kids. So let's get our cinnamon sugar mixture mixed up. So I just have a bunch of sugar here. I need so this, as I said, it calls for that mixture of spices. I'm not doing the mixture. I'm just gonna do 1.5 teaspoons roughly of all of those with the apple pie spice. The apple pie spice has all of that stuff in it. And so I'm totally fine with just using that. And if I have any of this left, this is probably the second or probably the third time that I have made this specific cinnamon and sugar mixture. And I'm not gonna throw this away. I'm gonna put this in a Ziploc bag and I'm gonna keep it, or I'm gonna go grab a mason jar and keep it. All right, so here are our donuts. You can see that I accidentally pushed this one up against it, but I'm not gonna worry about it. It's kids, it's gonna be on the bottom. No one's gonna see it. It's gonna be okay. So I'm gonna put these over here. And I need to get out my cooling rack. I'm also gonna put down a sheet of parchment just because that's gonna make cleanup a little bit easier to deal with. So we're gonna put our cooling rack just like that. I'm gonna grab one of these at a time. We're gonna pop our donuts out. Braid. But they're still coming out fine. I don't want to let them cool too long, because if I do, then it's just going to be harder with the butter and cinnamon and sugar. So, but you can pop these out like this. You got to have pretty tough fingers to do this though, because as I said, the silicone is extremely hot. Okay, so here's all of our donuts. We're not going to worry that a couple of these are starting to come apart. They're going to be fine. So here's our butter. Here's our cinnamon sugar. We're going to dip them in the butter, and then we're going to roll them in our sugar. You want to make sure you get the sides and everything. And that's how they look, friends. They look incredible. Like I said, I'm totally fine that a couple of these are not perfect. I'm not going to worry about it, because as they cool and we get the butter and cinnamon and sugar on them, they'll hold together a little bit better. So, friends, here are our apple cider donuts. They smell incredible. I'm going to eat one because there's one right here that is just absolutely falling apart. So we're going to give it a taste. Look at that. Incredible. So good. Wow. I will leave the recipe for you guys in the description box for this, as well as my donut pans. These things are amazing. I still think you need to spray them, even though the directions say you don't need to. I would. But these are incredible. The kids are going to love them. Get out and make these with your grandkids, with your kids, whatever. This is the time of season, friends, to get in the kitchen with your kids or your grandkids. Get in there and make the memories like my grandmother did with me, getting me in the kitchen, making all the things for the holidays. There's so many fun recipes out there to get kids involved in, and this is definitely one of them. Put some paper down on your table. Don't worry about the mess. It cleans up. You can wipe it up. Put the sugar and the cinnamon in a bowl. Put the butter in a bowl. Get the kids and the grandkids on the table. Let them dip these. Let them have fun. My grandmother did that with me, and those are memories that I just hold so dear and near to my heart all the time. I think of her when I'm in the kitchen getting to make stuff like this. It reminds me so much of her, and those memories are so special. So get out there and make some memories with your kids, your grandkids, neighbor kids, whatever, church kids, whatever kids. Get out and make some memories. Friends, get in your kitchen and make something delicious. Thank you guys so much for joining me today in my kitchen as we made a fun and delicious little treat to bring to church tonight to the kids. It means so much to me that you guys take time out of your day to come and spend time with me. Your time is valuable, friends, and I know that, and I don't take that for granted. I don't take 1 second that you guys spend with me for granted, and I appreciate all of your love and support over this last 2 years, helping me grow my channel, helping me get my love of food and my love of cooking out there. So friends, if you have not yet, please hit that subscribe button up there. I would love to have you a part of my YouTube family. It would be such a blessing to have you in our family here in YouTube. Hit that notification bell so you're notified when we upload. Share this channel, friends, with your friends and family. If you think what we're doing here is something that they would enjoy, that they would like to see, give it a share. Give this video a big thumbs up, because as you just saw, these things are delicious. They're incredible. Kids are going to love these tonight at church. Can't wait to share it with them. And friends, we'll talk to you guys in the comments. Have a great day, and God bless.